The second word from Luke chapter 23, verses 35 through 43. Jesus follows up his word of forgiveness with a word of promise. The people stood watching, and the rulers even sneered at him. They said, "He saved others, let him save himself, if he is God's Messiah, the chosen one." The soldiers also came up and mocked him. They offered him wine vinegar and said, "If you are the king of the Jews, save yourself." There was a written notice above him which read, "This is the King of the Jews." One of the criminals who hung there hurled insults at him. "Aren't you the Messiah? Save yourself and us." But then the other criminal rebuked him. "Don't you fear God," he said, "since you are under the same sentence? We are punished justly, for we are getting what our deeds deserve. But this man has done nothing wrong." Then he said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." Jesus answered him, "Truly I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise." This is the word of our Lord. You expect that a man who was being crucified would want to conserve every ounce of energy. Every ounce of energy he could, because of all of the pain and all of the energy it takes just to keep on living. And so you wonder why Jesus would speak a little bit longer word here, longer words than he could have gotten away with. "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." A simple, "okay," would have sufficed, wouldn't it? Would have given an answer. But Jesus wanted to say more than just okay, even more than just a simple yes. Jesus wanted to give a word of promise. This was no casual, "yeah, probably," or no, maybe, or no way that parents answer their kids when they say, "Is tonight ice cream night? Are we getting ice cream tonight?" Maybe, Mom and Dad say. It wasn't one of those. Maybe times in life when such a potential, possible answer with a little bit of hope is needed, but there's still uncertainty. There may be times for such a statement, but this was not one. This was not a time of acceptable uncertainty. Why? Because this criminal's request was our request. He really wanted to know, we really need to know, if Jesus will remember us when he comes into his kingdom. And so Jesus says "Truly I tell you," words of certainty for the criminal and for us. Truly I tell you. And then the next word, as we take this apart, today. Not someday in the future, not sometime, not eventually, not after I've done everything on the cross and you've had to add your bit as well. No, today, this very day. No more to pay for. And Jesus says another word, very definite after he says today. He says the word "you." When you're speaking at someone and looking at them and you say "you," they know what you mean. You know who I'm talking about. So do you and you. And so Jesus lets that criminal on the cross know he was talking about him. I tell you the truth. Right? You today. And that's important because this criminal was not just wondering what was going to happen to others. Not wondering at that moment what's going to happen to the other criminal there. What's going to happen to the other people. No, he was thinking about himself. Remember me. Why? Because he knew that on that cross, just as he admitted, he was getting exactly what his sins deserved. And the question that was bothering him was that as he was dying, Was he going to receive after death exactly what his deeds deserved also? And so he asks, Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. Is there room, Jesus, in heaven, even for me? Isn't that what you want to know? Don't you want to know the answer to that question, knowing the depth of your sinfulness? Knowing the wrong things that you have done in life? Knowing the imperfectness with which you've spoken words? The imperfection of your deeds and the dirtiness of your thoughts? Jesus, will you remember me too? And he says, you. Today, you. And not just you, you will be with me in paradise. This is Jesus speaking in a very definite word, very personal words of promise for the thief that apply to you and to me as well. That we can look forward to being with him. That beautiful word, with me, Jesus says. And that makes our heart skip. It makes our heart leap for joy to say, with God? With Jesus? Yes, that truly is paradise. Jesus tells the truth, a word of promise in this second word from the cross. Today you will be with me in paradise. And we look forward to the fulfillment of that word as well.